With the child's pose, just get down on the ground, extend out those arms, and then push those hips back. Most importantly, just focus on deep breaths in through the nose and big exhales out through the mouth. So with the pretzel, you want to be crossing over the knee, touching that knee down on the ground. So you can see that knee is about 90 degrees from my torso, and that knee is on the ground. That's the most important thing. Keep that knee down, and then with the opposite side shoulder, with the opposite side arm, you just want to reach down, and essentially you're reaching to touch the ground. You may not be able to, but just focus on deep breaths in through the body and full exhales out, and you'll gradually notice your body's going to start to relax itself, and that arm will get closer and closer to the ground. So with the frog squat, the key is really just driving the knees out nice and wide. So you could do this with your hands on the ground or with your hands pushing against each other, so your elbows are driving those knees out. It's time to stretch out those hamstrings. So just get your feet in a nice wide position, a V position, and then with your hands just kind of hanging, you can kind of facilitate a little bit of a greater stretch just by pushing your hands in a little bit closer to the feet, and just relax the body again. Focus on deep breaths so that you can get more out of the stretch. quadricep roll, all you want to do is just facilitate a forward and backwards motion, just all the way up from the hip to the top of the knee. And so you can also go left to right just to see, how it feels if you go a little bit more medially or a little bit more laterally as well. Look for the hot spots. The hot spots are just the areas that are super tight, a little bit more sensitive than the rest, and you really want to just embrace that, hold it there, breathe into it, and then just keep moving up and down the leg, looking for more hot spots. IT band roll is next, and this could be just a troublesome area, just really tight. And so what you can do is just bring the top leg out in front of you, just on the ground, so it's almost kind of looking like a Spider-Man lunge. That way you alleviate some of the tension, some of the pressure from that bottom leg, that bottom IT band. And then again, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling ready for the more advanced version, just stack both legs on top of each other so you have the full weight just to drive into that foam roller. Time to focus on the back of the leg. So we're going to target the hamstrings. You're going to be rolling all the way from the top of the knee right into the glute area. And then if it's just too intense with one leg, you can certainly go both legs at the same time just to alleviate some of the pressure. So find a wall, and you're just going to place a hard ball, a lacrosse ball, a baseball, a softball, whatever you have, and you're going to pin that ball against the wall with your hip, and you're going to roll out that hip, that gluteus medius, just the side of the butt, just by pushing against the wall. So you can modulate how much pressure you need just by driving the legs in and just leaning against it. Next, you want to take that ball, put it right in front of your shoulder, and dig in, utilizing the same principle as the previous exercise. Use your body for leverage, push in with more pressure if you need to. Really find those hot spots, and you're going to go right around that shoulder capsule. The next area is the upper back, and so same thing. You just want to roll it up and down, side to side, find those hot spots, dig right in. Rolling out the lower back is great, especially if you have tight hip flexors or you have back pain. And just make sure you're not putting the ball right on the spine itself. Just make sure you're getting the muscles on the left and the right sides of it.